Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana. Hey, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Mother. Thank you, guidance and the power of the four directions. Aho. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for checking in and listening. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana. Hey. Happy Moonday. It's Moonday. And boy, is it the Moonday. It's the day, the night of the supermoon. It's the day that Mercury in retrograde starts to fade and leave us. It is a time where you can let go of the chicken shit of the chicken little. Aho, aho. And that's what people are doing in the world today. They're turning chicken little into chicken shit. They're too busy looking at television and what others are doing, and they're running around and they're buying toilet paper, and they're buying what is that stuff for a sanitizer for your hands? You know, I carry sanitizer in my car all the time, and my hands were dirty the other day, and I ran out and I realized I can't even go buy a small little bottle because, you know, the pandemic is freaking everybody out. Now, I'm not making light of people's fear. I talk about fear the way that I do because fear is what drives everybody. And anger is an underlying factor of fear. And fear is an underlying factor of anger. Aho. They go hand in hand, and they're bedfellows. Aho. Aho. So people are running around in fear, and everybody's talking about a pandemic. You know, nobody talks about the fear of why they behave that way. Nobody's talking about the issues in their tissues and the shame and the hurts and the wounds that they've been dragging around like a ball and chain, that they marry the Mr. Wrong right for or Mrs. Right for, and then they feel regret and they stay in marriage anyways. Nobody talks about that stuff, but they're going to talk about a pandemic and, you know, Costco's on a toilet paper. Give me a freaking break already. You know, more people die from the flu than have probably died in the United States from the pandemic. And that's a fact. And your government isn't going to help you. And CNN, MSN, fucking N, Fox News, none of those people are going to give you the right information that you need to have. I can't even give you the right information that you need to have. But what I will tell you is, if you are in your feet, if you are in your root, if you are in your chute, and you have a solid foundation underneath you, there's no reason for you to be frightened or scared by anybody else's behavior. You know, there was a woman that took me to task today because I said, there's no crisis. I don't believe there's a crisis. I don't have to believe there's a crisis. You can run around and buy all the sanitizers you want, and you can buy all the toilet paper you want, but that's not going to save your life because you're already in fear. You're the one they're going to come looking for when it's time for them to come and lock whoever they're going to lock up, because this country is going the wrong way really fast. And all those gun owners who are on the list of the NRA, and I'm going to talk a little politics right now because it's tied to the fear. All those people who are, you know, sworn gun holders and gun owners because, you know, it's our First Amendment right and blah, 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 or Second Amendment or whatever it is. You know, I believe in protecting myself, but guess what? There's always somebody with a bigger gun. What are you going to do? You know, and those people who carry those little cards, those are the ones that your government are going to come looking for. So, you know, just relax about what's going on in the world. It's unfortunate that they're locking up immigrants and making them the blame of the problems in this country, when the problems in this country are based deeply in colonialism, in slavery, in the taking of lands that don't belong to them, in assuming that they're empowered because of, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to offend any of my friends, but I've watched it and I watch it and I watch it, and I have no fear. And that's what this is about. Why would you be in fear? Why would you walk in fear? Why would you talk in fear about those things when you haven't even dealt with the fearful things that happen to you in your life, the shameful things, the hurtful things, by people, by well-meaning people who say they love you. Interesting concept, huh? They'll tell you they love you, and then they'll disappear, or they'll hurt you in a particular way, physically or emotionally or sexually, or however that rolled down for you when you were a child. But well-meaning people do really bad things, and they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I don't know about you, but where I grew up, there was no books on raising kids. In my family, there wasn't any books on raising kids. There are a million books on raising kids. There are a million books on psychology and on kids and therapy for kids and adults and different things. But none of those people who wrote those books lived in your house, lived in my house. So what are you afraid of? And why? What are the underlying factors in your life that you are so afraid of? I stopped being afraid a long time ago because I realized there's nothing to be afraid of. They can't do anything to me. They already did it. They already did it long, long, long ago. Before the rain, before the snow. A little Red Hot Chili Peppers there. Anyways, let go of the fear. Tonight's the night of the full moon. The full grandmother moon, the super moon. It's the end of Mercury in retrograde. In 2 weeks, or in a week, a little over a week, we will be celebrating the spring equinox, the new beginning, direction of direction of the east, direction of grandfather sun, the direction of the born and the unborn, direction of the male energy, fire manifestation. Springtime. Prepare for that. Prepare for new beginnings. Don't prepare for pandemic and gloom and doom and the end of the world, because Jesus is coming back. Jesus has been here. And if you've been paying attention, Jesus is within you. Those people who put the fear of Jesus in you always talk about Jesus being personal. Well, he is. Just like the Spirit, great Spirit, great Mother. Just like Mother Earth. Just like the ancestors. Just like the spirit guides, the spirit animals. They're within me. They're what I carry. The ceremony that I carry from Sweat Lodge. I haven't been to Sweat Lodge in 6 or 7 months, but guess what? I carry that in me because I have no fear. I can't have fear. The fear has been taken away from me by all my relations. All my relations. Anyways, that's enough out of me. I didn't mean to get political, but a lot of you are getting fearful over political things, over worldly things, over Mayic energies, like the stock market crashing over 1,800 points, almost 2,000 points. You know what? They say it could never happen. It's happening. And how do you react to it? How do you stay calm? By breathing. Anthony says to be right here, right now, to be in my feet, to be where my feet are, to be where my ass is. Where am I? Why am I fearful? Why am I fearful? I have to ask myself that question. Anthony's not afraid, and he's not acting like it. He's just not afraid. I'm not acting like it. What am I going to do? I'm in Sedona. I'm not in any of the big cities. I'm here, and, I don't see people in Sedona rushing around to buy toilet paper, with full carts and paranoia and fear. It's not happening here. Anyways, it is in the surrounding communities, in Phoenix and other places, but you got to know, not everybody lives that way. Anyways, so I'm going to sing us out. Ayo nana owai, ayo nana owai, ayo nana owai, ayo nana owai. I will love you, my child. 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 I will. Be brave and stand tall. Be rooted and be fruited. And love the child within. Give that child, that fearful child within, some love, some kindness. Nurture the nature of your inner child. Aho, 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 aho. child. I will love you, my child, always. I will always. I will. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana. Before I check out tonight, I'd like you to take your left hand, the hand of the Divine Feminine. I'd like you to place it over your heart. I want you to take your right hand, place it right hand over left hand over heart. And I want you to repeat after me. The peace in me is the peace in me. The peace in me is the peace in me. The peace in me is the peace in me. The peace in me is the peace in me. The peace in you is the peace in you. The peace in us is the peace in us. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana he. So the peace in you is the peace in you. And the peace in you is the peace in you. And the peace in you is the peace in you. And the peace in you is the peace in you. When you start to get stressed out, when you start to listen to too much of the rhetoric and the static and the monkey mind, you get too much monkey mind. Sit down, put your feet flat on the floor, allow Mother Earth's energies to flow upward into your body, into your legs, and take your left hand and place it over your heart. Take your right hand, place it over your left hand, over your heart, completing the circle of love, and give yourself those words. The peace in me is the peace in me. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana he. Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Asking all of you, each and every one of you, to be at peace with yourself, and allow that peace to grow exponentially within you, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Moonday. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana he.